Greetings and welcome to the channel. Today we will be explaining about the length or duration of the imaginal scene, if it is better to visualize with shorter or longer imaginal scenes while such a state akin to sleep, and last but not least, the number of scenes that are required for a successful manifestation. As always, I will try to explain everything within 3 minutes, so let's get started. Now, is there an ideal length for the imaginal act? The answer is no. There is no ideal length of an imaginal act. As everyone is different and has different desires, there is no specific time for the length of the scene. The length of the imaginal scene doesn't necessarily influence the accuracy of the imaginal act or the planting of the seed. The length of the scene could be different from person to person because for an imaginal scene to be successful, you have to reach the feeling of fulfillment. That's how you know if the imaginal scene is successful. Shorter imaginal scenes for 5 to 10 seconds could be easier and sometimes work better for many people, like the woman who was trying to manifest a husband in Neville's book The Law and the Promise, because during such the state akin to sleep is easy to fall asleep without completing the imaginal scene, so a shorter imaginal act could be helpful for people that fall asleep during such, because it is easier to loop in your imagination and bring your mind back to the scene if your mind starts wandering. Before going to sleep that night, I felt I was in a different bed in my own home as a married woman and not as a single working girl sharing an apartment with 3 other girls. I twisted an imaginary wedding band on my imaginary left hand, saying over and over to myself, "This is wonderful. I really am Mrs. J.E." And I fell asleep in what was a moment before a waking dream. So, by repeating a simple phrase, "This is wonderful, I really am Mrs. J.E., and simply by twisting the imaginary ring on her finger, she eventually manifested her husband without the use of long imaginal acts. On the other hand, for some people, longer imaginal scenes for 10 to 15 minutes could be better, especially when trying to use creative visualization and first-person view, involving all of the senses in the imaginal act, so it feels more vivid and real. The majority of people that use longer imaginal acts feel they go deeper into the visualization and are more satisfied about the vividness of the scene. The length of the visualization and number of scenes is completely up to you. Visualization can last from a few seconds to hours. The only thing to keep in mind when visualizing is to focus on the feeling of the wish fulfilled and to feel it real. The imaginal act is just a means to be immersed into the feeling of the wish fulfilled and to feel the reality of the imaginal act, so relief comes along with the planting of the seed. And that was the end of our video. Don't forget, if you enjoy this kind of content, you can always leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and of course turn on the notification bell. Don't forget to leave your suggestions and recommendations down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.